Coming to you from the paddock at Yonkers Raceway in New York. We're going to take an advanced look at Tuesday afternoon's races here at Yonkers, specifically races 7 through 11, all mile-and-a-quarter trot races, 2 with 12-horse fields and 3 with 10-horse fields. And we're here with one of America's leading drivers, George Brennan. Thanks for joining us.
No problem, Pete. Thank you.
In the 7th race, you've picked up the drive on number 11, Monroe County, so in the second tier. Did have a win in a second and 2 tries this level following a $20,000 claim. And you won with this one twice last year in 4 tries. Tell us about it.
You know what? He's not a bad horse. If you could, he's better off being covered up. And if you can keep him covered up, and he does have good cover, if the cover's good and moving, he'll give you a good run home. So, he's in a spot with the 11 hole. It's not a great spot, but he's in a decent enough spot where he's going to have plenty of cover. And like I said, if it's moving and gets him up close, he'll trot good at the end of the mile.
Yeah, I was going to say this is one that's she's won at the distance and really close powerfully for third in the last off from way back. And I was going to say this one should be reasonably comfortable with the second tier. I know it's a disadvantage, but comfortable racing from behind.
Yeah, it won't bother her. No, she's okay. Yeah, that way. Yeah.
Now, one who's had a little bit more issues, I think, during the course of the year is in the 8th race. You're driving the 4 Amalfi Coast for trainer Rich Banka. Claimed for $15,000 and finished third at this distance, 4 back. How's this one been?
No, he's been terrible. He hasn't been good at all. He's been on a...
Well, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, he's been on a left line real hard, and he just hasn't really been good at all. So, maybe Richie figured him out a little bit. I know he's been working hard on him, but no, he hasn't been real good. He's not on top of his game, that's for sure.
And I guess that could explain the fact that he's been out a little while now.
Yeah,
maybe Richie's working on him.
He's coming off he was scratched judges, so I don't know why he was scratched there. But you never know. I mean, he shows winning in 56, so he does have a license to trot forward. You know that.
Now, he's had a number of breaks throughout the course of the year, here and there, but is it particularly rough-gated horse at all?
No, not really. Not really at all. No, he just his main issue right now is just being on that left line and hinders him going forward.
All right, in race 9, you're driving the rail horse Carnegie. Really a nice front-end win with him in the June from the 7 hole, and on the board in his last 2, including his last start at this level. How's he doing?
Yeah, he come from behind last week. He's really good if he gets to the lead, and I can back it down like I did the last time he won. And but he's in a good spot. He's got great gate speed, so if I land him on the front, 2 holes, something like that, that's what I'm looking to do with him. And he should race well. He fits well in Nomina's 8. Yeah,
and this is another one. In addition to having the speed, and he has the rail. This is a proven winner at the distance.
Yeah, no doubt. It doesn't bother him.
Now in the 10th race, you're driving again out of the second tier with Delano. Very lightly raced, only 13 starts this year and 5 last year. Does drop a notch on Tuesday. How is he in his last 2 starts?
Actually better than the lines indicate. I mean, he's got the 9 hole this week. He is dropping down. That's definitely going to help. It comes from a good barn and Annette Lawrenson, and I expect him to do okay in there. He should get away well, and like I said, dropping down never hurts.
Absolutely, and he's another one who gets with the 9 hole. Any unusual issues with this one starting in the second tier?
No, that's a good spot, actually. Yeah, I don't mind that spot at all.
All right, and in the 11th race, out of the 5 hole, you're driving Wally, who was an excellent second this distance on the front end 2 back. Tell us about that start.
Yeah, it was a really good start. First week I raced it, it was running in real bad, so Dave made a couple changes on it, and next time it was good to go. Left with it, cut the mile well, got beat by a better horse that day, and I expect the same effort this week.
Yeah, I was going to say he broke 4 back. That was a question. Right. Mm-hmm. Do you think they've made some equipment changes or other things?
Well, they settled him down a little bit. He was a little bit too hot, and put a tighter head pole on the inside or a bigger head pole, and he went fine with that.
And it's another one not unusual for most of our horses here, but he does seem to race better when he can get involved a little bit early.
Yeah, and he's going to be involved early. I guarantee that.
Well, if you hear that from George Brennan, you know he's going to be involved, and I suggest you include George on your tickets on Tuesday afternoon. A solid pick 5 with George Brennan across the board. Thanks for joining us, George.
You're welcome, Pete. Thank you.